are unmuted. We're live.
Hey, what's going on, everybody?
Hola.
Welcome to another edition of Truly Inconsequential, where Mr. Greer and old Brim from the Grindhouse Radio go back and forth and debate what characters from pop culture history are truly inconsequential.
Yes.
I almost screwed up the actual name of the
whole thing.
show.
Lisa, thank you for joining in the comments. Thank you for sharing the stream, too. Also want to say if anybody is in the stream watching right now, thank you so much. If you could, please share, like the stream. All the interactions helps us, helps more people see the stream, see the shows, join the conversation, join the debate. And, boy.
We got a heater tonight,
We
bro.
got a big one tonight. I feel like now, as you can tell by the title and as you can tell by the starting soon screen, we picked two major people in pop culture and in movies. And I think this came because we were talking about it, and we did a lot of fringe characters, you know, like Diego.
Hey, Jose, how you doing?
Oh my God, who was it? Diego and who? Who was Speedy Gonzalez? We did a lot of like fringe guys that, like, yeah, I guess they're big, but they're not controversial. This one, I feel like we had to add a little controversy to the show. Some guys that are main players, and we got to debate whether or not they're actually consequential to pop culture and the story as a whole.
Shout out to our new intern Andrew, who gave us the idea of Indiana Jones.
Yep, he's the one that helped. He's the one that helped cultivate this one, and oh boy,
so he could take the heat instead of Greer.
Yeah, he's the intern. I'll take the heat for this one. But before we get into it, I do want to read a couple of comments from last week's show because we do get those. From time to time. Obviously, last week was Miss Yvonne from Pee-wee's Playhouse.
Okay.
And Chunk from the Goonies.
Okay.
To start it off, Tom was reaching for Chunk. He should have rewatched more for Miss Yvonne. He should have reached more for Miss Yvonne. Yeah, but Chunk was pretty important in the movie. Miss Yvonne, not really that important at Pee-wee's Playhouse. Chunk was definitely consequential. Sorry, Brim, on Team Greer with this one. Let's go, sir. Whoever the man that left that comment, come back and let me know if you're still on Team Greer after this week. We will see.
Oof.
Big oof.
Capital O.
Yeah. This show is ridiculous, and I'm now going to binge for the rest. Great content, guys. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. This might be my favorite comment we've ever gotten. Brim slapped Greer around in the Playhouse like Pee-wee slapped his meaty in the theater. ... That's absolutely amazing.
Hey, Jose. Hey, Zeb.
Title alone won my sub. Thank you so much. It was a good title for the episode.
Hey, Mary.
Baby Ruth. Chunk would concede to Yvonne, Miss Yvonne for sure. Absolutely. Miss Yvonne was... Can I curse? Can I curse on this?
Yeah,
okay.
on this one.
Miss Yvonne was fucking hot. There we go. That's great. And subbed was the final one.
Very cool.
That's
Thank
some
you,
good
guys.
comments. So everybody, if you are watching on the live, thank you so much. Much appreciated. But if you're watching on the replay, again, thank you for even just being here.
Pon the replay.
Share the videos. Leave comments. Drop some comments in. I'll read them on the following show. And
yeah, man.
Yeah, man. So guys, thank you for being here.
It's gonna be a slobber knocker today. I'm not gonna lie. This is gonna be a slobber knocker.
I feel like I don't know why. Jose, thank you for being here. I just want to say after this episode, I feel like at some point we're gonna be having this conversation at the door. We're gonna hear, and is Jose gonna come and punch my teeth down my throat?
What do you call it? I love I can watch this on my lunch. We love that you can watch
we
this
love
on your
this year,
lunch.
Lisa. Thank you.
Hello, guys. Hey, Mary. What do you call it? So, all right. Now, essentially, it looks like we're frozen on the screen, by the way. Is that just my... That's just my computer.
That might just be your computer.
Anyway, so for those of you who are tuning in, this week we're arguing Chewbacca from Star Wars as well as Indiana Jones from Indiana Jones.
Yeah.
I don't know how you're going to argue this one, but but we're going to go that route. We're going to go that route. Now, the question is, will the Wookiee continue to roar, or do you think the similarities between Solo and Indy will confuzzle the great Chewbacca into inconsequential obscurity?
Yes.
Now, I where should we start? This is I don't even know where to start on this.
To be honest with you, I don't either.
Because I'm scared. I'm scared of what's going to happen to you in this episode because I know where I'm going. I don't know where the hell you're going to go with it.
You're taking the easy way out on this one.
It's not, but I'm not the one that said, okay, yeah, let's do this. You're saying, okay, we need to argue some people. And you know what? Chewie is inconsequential. What?
Yeah.
What? What are you talking about?
Yeah.
So, I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you guys think we should start with Chewie, or do you think we should start with Indy?
Mary, thank you for being here, as always.
Yeah. Tell us what you
A1
think.
since day one.
I mean, I'm thinking that we should probably go Chewie first.
I didn't read this one from Jose. Sitting on the corner with a bat waiting comment. Oh man, am I
Let the
gonna
Wookiee win.
Woof. All right, so we starting with Chewie?
Okay, I think we're starting with Chewie.
All right, we'll start with Chewie. So
Why not?
all right, so now look, here's where I'm formulating my argument.
I'm just gonna sit back and listen to this.
Look
one.
at all of the characters in Star Wars.
I'm looking.
All of them. I'm talking your Yodas.
Okay.
I'm talking your
Yodas.
Darth Vaders.
Gotcha.
Han Solos.
Feeling this.
Princess Leia's.
Uh-huh.
If we're really Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Obi-Wan Kenobi.
If we're looking at all the characters in Star Wars,
characters.
who's the one character that you could pull out and it wouldn't do a damn thing to the rest of it? Chewbacca.
No!
Because Chewbacca, all he is a giant furry friend that Han Solo has. He's like his big bodyguard, but he didn't really need it because Han Solo's a master with a blaster anyway, and I realized I just rhymed right there, which is pretty great. Like, what is Chewie there for other than to appease the furry community? And also, again, I don't know. What is Chewie really there for? What is his purpose?
You first of all, hold on, and I'm going to combat that in just 1 second. We've got a couple of really fun comments here that we have to go through from the peanut gallery. Jose says you guys need to have a caller option on this because nothing like a little chaos from callers. Brian says you should be proud. I left UFC Clubhouse to come listen to Brim and Tom.
Very
Thank
proud.
you so much.
Very proud, Brian. Thank
Okay,
you.
all right. So now
he says Jar Jar.
I'm gonna yes. Now, first and foremost, when you think of Star Wars, you think of Yoda, you think of Han Solo, you think of Luke Skywalker, Darth Vader, Princess Leia, and of course Chewbacca.
Yeah, but
Chewbacca
was the last one you just mentioned.
Okay, and I'm not done. C-3PO, R2-D2. I was getting to a point.
Okay.
The fact of the matter is he is one of the most consequential characters.
No.
He is. Yes, he is.
No.
He is one of the most consequential characters because without him, Han Solo could do absolutely nothing. Han Solo was just a guy with a gun. He shot first. No, he would have lost. He would have lost in the Star Wars universe. Han Solo would have lost. He's not the one that flew the freaking ship. Chewie was.
Did Han Solo? No.
Yes, he was.
Han Solo very much did still fly the Millennium Falcon. Did Han Solo need Chewie to take down Greedo? All Chewie really did, because he didn't even get a medal at the end of the first movie. Thank you very much, Andrew, for pointing that one out.
What? Andrew, you fired.
Didn't even get a medal at the end of the first movie. And what did he do other than just carry around C-3PO in a backpack? Like, that's Chewie's purpose. Chewie's purpose was to just carry heavy things. Like, what did he do?
He's the one who was the mechanic on the goddamn freaking thing.
That's great.
On the Millennium
They
Falcon.
could have had anyone else be a
come
there
on,
were
man.
plenty of droids in the Star Wars universe that could very much work on the Millennium Falcon.
No,
and I'm pretty
man.
sure Han Solo knew what he was doing.
Here's the
It's
point.
his ship.
And I'm gonna crush you in one fell swoop right here.
Okay.
And if you guys haven't seen the last Star Wars, well, I'm sorry. But what do you call it? I'm spoiling this for you anyway. The fact of the matter is, in the last one, the only reason Han Solo died is it's the one time Chewie wasn't there to save his ass. That's it. End of story.
Chewie wouldn't have been able to stand up against Chewie would not have been able to stand up against an actual Jedi or against the Sith.
Why? Why not?
Because Chewbacca is not unable to have his arms cut off. Like Chewie versus a lightsaber. Who wins? A lightsaber every single time.
Hold on one second. Lisa says, I can't believe you said the fuzzy community. What do you call it? And Mary says, oh, the funny thoughts. Jose says Chewie was the fucking mechanic. Brian says, I'll probably hate myself for asking that. Oh, wait, no. Brian said, you do need R2-D2. Do we really need C-3PO?
That was that might be another conversation for another day, Brian. I have them added to the list.
Okay. Well, C-3PO is the one who translated everything.
Well, this is not the conversation we're having.
Okay. Brian says, I'll probably hate myself for asking that. Jose says, I am going to take Andrew by the ankles and use him like a stick to beat Tom.
Okay, so let's be real. Look, so we have to acknowledge that some characters are more important than others. Agreed that some characters are more. Okay,
yes,
hold on.
But Chewbacca is the most popular character outside of Darth Vader that there is in the Star Wars universe.
No, well, Luke Skywalker.
He is.
Luke Skywalker's pretty damn popular. Han Solo's pretty damn popular.
Okay, hold on a second. When they were selling toys, Chewbacca sold 10 times more than Luke Skywalker.
I need to see those. I need to see those numbers.
Do I really need to go look at those
You
numbers?
really need to go look at those
numbers. You really
numbers.
think that Chewbacca toy? You can. There are so many more product lines with Chewbacca than there are with Luke Skywalker.
But I'm saying in terms of the movies themselves,
there are more Jar Jar shirts than of Luke Skywalker.
In terms of the
How
movies,
sad is that?
In terms of the movies, though, if you took Chewie out, does it really do anything different? No,
Yes.
no, it doesn't.
Yes.
Chewbacca does not have a major
Yes.
role in the movie. He's a great character.
is.
Chewie's a great character. He's a really cool
Why?
character.
Because he can't talk. He's, you know what
Yeah.
I mean? Come on.
Yeah, that's pretty much
Did
it.
Han Solo get his own roaring mask?
He didn't need one because Han Solo could speak English. There we go. So he didn't really need one.
Chewie is the sidekick to Han.
That's great.
Okay.
Is Robin that
Are
important?
you
to Batman?
inconsequential?
Well, I'm a goddamn mainstay here, my friend. I'm here to tear up the hard questions. I'm here to make people uncomfortable, and making people uncomfortable is what I'm going to do by saying Chewbacca, in the grand scheme of things, compared to every other character in Star Wars, is not as consequential. Chewie's not as important as Han Solo. Chewie's not as important as Luke. Chewie is damn sure not as important as Darth Vader, and barely, and not even as important as Princess Leia.
You are really going hardcore on this. You just want to.
I'm just
want to really fight this one.
I really am. And because I'm talking in terms of the grand scheme of things, Chewbacca is not as consequential to Star Wars as all the other characters.
There is
He's
no
really
Star
not.
Wars without Chewbacca. There is no Indiana Jones without Star Wars. That's what.
But there is a Star Wars. There
Lisa
is a Star Wars without Chewbacca. Did you ever see Rogue One? Rogue One was a pretty damn good
Brian
movie.
said the voice
Chewbacca's
of Chewbacca,
not even in it.
The voice of Chewbacca lived 30 miles away from me in Texas. Actually, the voice of Chewbacca was Peter May, who was a very close friend of mine, and he had just passed, a couple years ago.
Yeah,
so.
no disrespect to Peter Mayhew. He's the man. Look, I love Chewie. Love Chewbacca. Chewbacca is great. I think he is a great character. But if I'm really looking at,
how dare you, Brian? He says, "Wholly inconsequential, Batman."
Thank you, Brian.
Okay,
So-
but hold on. But Mary says, "Damn, Greer, I'm definitely with Brim."
I'm sure you are. I knew we were ruffling feathers when we were having this argument. But look,
Wow.
when I'm really,
I'm just taken aback. I can't even argue because I'm so taken back by the fierceness of the traitor that is Mr. Greer of the Chewbacca freaking. I can't. Wow.
It's Jose said it's like Brim hired a Make-A-Wish kid as a co-host for a day, thinking it won't be for long, and he freaking pulled through, and now we have to listen to him. Yeah, you freaking do, actually, Jose. Because think about it. Like I said. Name me out of all the characters in Star Wars, Chewie's probably the least important.
Jar Jar's the least important.
Yeah, but we already deemed that.
See, he was. Let me ask you a question. This is how consequential he was to the entire universe. What is the Star Wars Wikipedia? What's it called?
What is the Star Wars?
What is the Star Wars? It's Wikipedia. Wikipedia.
Well,
based
that's
on
because
who? Based on who, Greer?
All the Wookiees.
All the Wookiees, but who's the main Wookiee, Greer?
Chewbacca.
Because Chewbacca's important. He
Not
is
really to the story.
Very important.
He's not more
Of
important.
course he
but he's not more
is.
important to the story than the main characters of the movie, such as Han Solo, Luke Skywalker. You listed all the characters, and Chewie was fifth.
Mary says, "Don't mess with the Ewoks either."
Don't mess with the Ewoks either. We never mess with the Ewoks.
I can't defend you on that one, Mary, because Ewoks. Yeah. I love the Ewoks, but they really weren't.
Yeah,
very
you really didn't need them.
The ones that were even more inconsequential than that were the ones in the last film, the Porgs. Oh
yeah.
God, no.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Look, like I said, I like Chewie.
Mm-hmm.
He's a fun character. Great character. Yeah, he is a great character. We'll admit. I got no beef. I really don't have beef with Chewie. But when we're stacking Chewbacca up against the rest of the characters in Star Wars,
it's an ensemble cast.
He's
Greer.
not the most important.
I guess he is. You want to know why?
Why?
He was also the one who helped to get Princess Leia out.
What do you mean? They all helped get Princess Leia out.
Yeah, without him, they wouldn't have gotten Princess Leia out.
Why?
You think that Han would have been able to do it himself? Do you think that
Han didn't have to do it himself?
It was Han and who?
It was Han, Luke, C-3PO.
And at that point, Luke did not have his Jedi powers. Luke was pretty much dead weight. So it was Han and Chewbacca who fought everybody off in order to get to Princess Leia.
I mean, freaking hell, is there one character in all of Star Wars that really doesn't matter? The freaking desert butthole that ate Boba Fett is important to Star Wars. Yeah, I understand that, but we're
the Sarlacc pit, right?
And it had no lines. Yeah, I understand what you're saying, Jose, but you're missing the point, because what I'm saying is, of all the characters in Star Wars, Chewie isn't as important as the rest of the main cast. That's what I'm doing here.
You're getting roasted on here.
I am getting toasted.
Lisa says Chewbacca is vital to the story.
He's not really that vital to the story.
He is, though. He is. He is. He was. Listen, on every step of the way, if Chewbacca wasn't there, somebody would have gotten taken out. And if you went by, Come on, man. Go back into the history of all the shows.
Luke's a goddamn Jedi. He did not need a
But
Wookiee.
he was not a Jedi for the entire the first portion of the film.
Yeah, and he's not with Chewbacca for a lot of the film.
Right, but who is?
Han Solo?
Exactly. And Han Solo needed to stay alive. If he didn't have Chewie with
Han Solo would have been just
he would have
fine.
been dead. He wouldn't. No, he wouldn't.
In what
wouldn't.
moment
Are
of the
you kidding
movie?
me?
In what moment of the movie
was
would Han
smart.
Solo be
Han
dead
Solo
if
was
he didn't
smart.
have Chewie?
Han Solo was so smart that he was able to find the lost Ark. He was so. But at the end of the day, all right, he would have without Chewie, he would have gotten his face burned off, just like the Nazis.
At what point?
I don't know. I'm just going. With
At
the
what
flow
point
here.
would he have his face burned off, just like the Nazis?
That's Indiana Jones.
That's Indiana
Oh,
Jones.
my
We're gonna
bad.
get there. We're getting there in a couple.
Okay,
We're
all
getting
right,
there. We're getting there in a couple of minutes. I didn't start the timer, so we're gonna have to. I'm gonna.
Well, we're 17 minutes in. That's how long we've been live. So.
Yeah. So look.
Oh, we're going long on
Again,
this.
I would like to reiterate. Love Chewbacca. Very much like
Okay.
Chewbacca. I don't hate the character. I don't think you should take him from Star Wars, but I don't think he's as important as the rest of them. I don't really think so.
I'm sorry.
He's a big character. He's a big, dopey, furry character.
You need that. You need
everybody-
that.
Why do you need that?
You need the
though?
character that everybody goes to and is drawn to that they love. And he is the most marketable character outside of Darth Vader in the entire universe.
That's fair, but I'm talking about consequential to the story as a whole.
But that is, again, it's consequential to the movie and the story in the movie. He's very entwined in the movie. He is one of the ones that he did get a medal.
No, we didn't.
Maybe because why wouldn't he he stood up with the rest of them.
He stood there, but he didn't.
I'm pretty
get it,
sure
but
he got
didn't
the
get a
medal.
I don't think so.
He just stood there.
Hold on 1 second. I'm gonna look that up. You talk.
Okay, well, no, I mean, like, brother, you were wrong. He is consequential, someone gets Kim in here because her kid is out of control. Look, dude, I'm sorry, you're not really gonna waver me on this one. I don't think Chewbacca is as important as Han Solo. Is not as important as Luke. Definitely not as important as Darth Vader. Not as important as Leia.
Who is this?
Who's who?
Oh, who's saying this? Oh, this is you.
That was
saying
Jose saying. Jose said that. Jose said, "Brother, you were wrong. He is consequential. So
Yeah.
someone get Kim in here because her kid is out of control."
Chewbacca helped slow the trash compactor in Star Wars. That's true too. Without him, then Luke and Han Solo would have been crushed.
Yeah,
right?
but isn't R2-D2 the one that actually stopped said trash compactor?
Yeah, but the trash compactor's closing, and he gave R2 enough time to get it done.
What
There
do you mean?
go.
What, by holding up a metal beam? Yeah, because Chewbacca really would have been able to stop a trash compactor.
Well, he was strong. He was that much more
He's
powerful.
definitely not stronger than a space trash compactor.
He's not stronger than a what do you call it, Jedi either. But apparently the Jedi couldn't do a damn thing because he's a pussy.
But Jedi's wouldn't
He's
try
a
to.
pussy.
But why
Luke
would a
was a
Jedi
pussy.
try to kill?
Luke was the biggest pussy in the goddamn Star Wars universe.
That's not.
I don't give
that's
a damn.
not the argument.
Luke
here.
and I liked Luke Skywalker. But he was a pussy. The Wookiee is what made the movie, in my opinion. Anyway,
Chewbacca is what made the entire Star Wars movie.
just because he's my friend. I
Yeah,
love
okay, I'm
Peter.
sure.
But anyway, no, look.
Again, I keep reiterating. I like Chewbacca. I think
Lucas-
he's a great character. He's just not as important as everybody else.
Lucas explained Chewbacca wasn't given a medal simply because medals don't really mean much to Wookiees. That's what the reasoning was that Chewbacca didn't get it. Right here from George Lucas.
Oh, that's-
in his book, Star Wars from the Adventure or whatever.
That's great.
Thank
That's
you.
great.
Just
Good
saying.
for them.
So there you go.
Okay.
That's it.
Still.
Listen, all right. Let's go to the if it's going to be back and forth, let's go to the comments.
Uh-huh.
And who says by a grouping of just write Chewbacca in the comments if you feel
I can't wait to
Chewbacca's
get to where we
consequential.
have to argue which one is more consequential than the other, because that's going to be a real interesting conversation we're going to have.
What do you call it? So if you guys feel, who do you guys feel? Do you feel that Chewbacca is consequential or inconsequential? I'm saying
we don't even
I'm
have
saying
to. They're going to say consequential. We've been reading the comments the entire time. I think Tom wanted a medal. Tom, do you want? I don't want nothing. I don't want nothing, Jose. I'm good with where I'm at. Yeah, Chewie. They're saying Chewie's consequential, so we'll deem Chewie consequential.
You're giving
For
up
now.
that fast?
For now. Well, we're deemed Chewie consequential for now because we are going to have this argument who's more consequential than the other.
Okay.
That's definitely going to be a
All right.
conversation.
Consequential, definitely.
Because one of them in this title, everybody, spoiler alert, one of them in this title will almost definitely be deemed inconsequential, and we'll see how we get there.
Yes, I agree with you. But let's go ahead. Let's talk Indiana Jones.
Indiana Jones.
Look at it with this.
Again, he's sitting in the studio right across from me. I'd just like to everybody know we're breaking in our new I love you too, Mary. You're amazing. We're breaking in our new intern right here, and our intern Andrew came in today, and we were discussing characters who we were gonna do for Truly Inconsequential, and the character of Indiana Jones came up. Indiana Jones is like 3 movies. 3 series.
4.
Of movies. 4. Oh, it's 4. I forgot. Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. Everybody wants to forget about Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. That kicked off with Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Okay. Yeah.
If Indiana Jones was not a part of Raiders of the Lost Ark, the Nazis still would have lost.
Yeah.
So if Raiders of the Lost Ark doesn't happen, are any of the movies really that consequential?
He was still an archaeologist, and he still did what he did.
That's okay. That's great.
Hold on. He was still an archaeologist. He still did what he did, and his name is in the title.
That's cool. That's
so
great.
maybe so now perhaps over the course of the storyline of Raiders of the Lost Ark, yes, he was inconsequential, and I know where you got that from. The information from. I saw that show too.
Yep.
Okay, so I'm just gonna put that out there.
Yep.
So don't think you're being slick. Don't think you're being slick. I know where it's coming from. But what do you call it? But the end of the day is I agree. Yeah, he was inconsequential in the actual movie Raiders of the Lost Ark. However, everything thereafter, he was very consequential.
We almost need to say he's inconsequential because of Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. That was just an awful movie.
Well, young Indiana Jones just killed the whole character.
That's just an awful movie. But the way I'm looking, so I'm going to also take it one step further. So you were talking about how in The Big Bang Theory,
yes,
it gets mentioned that if Indiana Jones didn't show up, it doesn't matter. The Nazis open up the Ark, their faces melt, everybody dies anyway. So did he really have anything to do with the movie other than I'm an archaeologist trying to find the Ark?
Right.
Didn't really. So also,
well, it was his. It was, and I will take it a step further on that, and I'm not going to argue too hard because I do see that point. All right, but what I am going to argue in the fact is that he was the catalyst of keeping the Ark away from the Nazis.
That's true, but the Nazis got it anyway.
Essentially, they got it anyway, but he was a big part of that in trying to get it.
He did try.
To keep it away.
He did try. He got really close, but you want to know what? Close only counts with horseshoes and hand grenades. And what I would also like to mention,
you're such a heel, Greer. You're a heel.
Andrew did help me find. Andrew did help me find this as well. So the plan of the Nazis was to take the Ark, bring it back to Germany, show it to Hitler.
Right.
If they would have showed Hitler the Ark of the Covenant, his face would have melted.
Yeah.
Nazis' faces would have melted.
True.
World War II probably wouldn't have happened.
Then we would have no Captain America.
So because
so we would have had no Captain America if that would have happened.
But isn't that a good price to pay for no Nazis? So in reality,
my family would be a lot bigger.
It's because of Indiana Jones that we had the rise of the Nazis.
Okay.
It's Indiana Jones' fault that World War II happened.
So because he didn't stop it.
So
it's all his fault.
Exactly. Well, no, it's Indiana Jones' fault because they wouldn't have been able to weren't able to take the Ark of the Covenant over to Hitler into Germany and thus destroying all of the Nazis.
Okay. So if
it wasn't for Indiana Jones,
if he would have stopped them,
not even just stopping them. If they would have just let the Nazis take the Ark of the Covenant where they wanted to take it, we'd have known Hitler. We'd have no Nazis.
Here's the thing, and I like where you're going with that because I would have loved there to be no Nazis. But at the
world would have.
But at the end of the day, is they were being impatient and they wanted to check to see what was inside there. They were curious. The curiosity is what killed the proverbial cat. So essentially, what happened is they just wanted to see what was inside. That was them. They would have done it like that, and they wouldn't have brought it to Hitler to begin with.
Regardless of the situation, the Nazis were curious about what was in the Ark anyway. They open up the Ark, they all die. So it's not like Indiana Jones killed all of them and stopped them. He didn't stop them. The curse of the Ark of the Covenant stopped them. Jose said he is consequential to Raiders because it's because of him that the government took the threat of the Ark seriously and sent him after it. Yes, I understand that, Jose.
Reading so angrily.
I understand that, Jose.
He's reading so angrily.
But whether or not the government recognized it anyway, the Nazis would have opened said covenant and their faces would have melted regardless.
Okay. Far Reach. Lisa says Far Reach. They took it to the island to open it before taking it to Hitler. I totally agree with Brim. Yeah, man.
Yeah, but I understand that.
I like the sound of that.
But without,
totally agree
I think we have a couple
Brim.
more. I think we have a couple more comments up
Do we?
here. Yeah, it says Tom, you're enjoying this way too much. At Elisa, thank you so much. We have James Alden Trejos. He's crying emojis. Thank you for joining the stream, my friend. Make sure you like and share. Everybody in here, like and share, please. If you're enjoying the conversation, enjoy the heatedness. See, I personally like to say, just go on a quick tangent. I personally think it's a lot more fun to argue relevant characters. I feel like it's a lot more fun because you gotta look.
Sure.
Again, I would like to just say I do understand the importance of a lot of these characters. I understand the popularity of a lot of these characters. But the fun part is trying to pick them apart and find out why they wouldn't be consequential. Just like Indiana Jones.
That's
because
homework.
Even without Indiana Jones, the Nazis would have been dead, and we don't have any other movies.
Okay, but what about Temple of Doom? What about Temple of Doom?
It's not like one of the worst ones.
No, Temple of Doom was great. Are you kidding me? Did they stick the shit in the pulls the heart out? You know what I'm saying?
Because that's what he said.
I don't remember what the hell he said. It was
Yeah.
you know. If I had to think, I would have used that right there. No, listen. He was regardless. It was titled Indiana Jones, and he is a hell of a lot more consequential than a Diego. And I will always go back to Diego. We argued Diego, and he had the name in the title. Go Diego, go. All right, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Bro, deal with it. He matters because without him, then the movie should have been called. I'm assuming that's what you mean. Called Melting Man in the Last Festival. Look, I understand that. Maybe that would have. Maybe that still would have been an entertaining movie. I don't know. You don't know, Jose. Thank you also for the share, James. Yeah. So look, I get it. I just don't think. Look, as a part of the entire story, Nazis still would have lost with or without Indiana Jones. But
crying here.
we are at 28 minutes currently since we've been starting this live.
So what does everybody think? Everybody in the comments.
Why are we even asking? They're just going to say it's consequential.
Hold
anyway.
on a minute, but I just want to know. I want to know who wins that argument. That's all. Indiana Jones was not as consequential in the Raiders, but very consequential in the rest.
I'm going to take
of
that as a half win. Thank you, Mary.
I will give you a half win on that, but I knew it was a half win going in.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And simply because of the whole overall, story arc and so forth.
Yeah.
I guess the true question, which we could do another day, was Sean Connery's character as his father consequential in the Indiana Jones universe?
Yeah.
That one we could have fun with.
Yeah, that's true. Yes, Tom. One slow clap. This was a success. Intern gets the Chili's gift card this week. Yes, he does. He's a big help. Andrew was a big help on this one. So I guess we are coming closer to the end of the episode. So we have to have this conversation. Who's more consequential than the other? Chewbacca versus Indiana Jones. Who's more consequential to their stories?
Hold on. So we got a 1.5 consequential. This episode so far?
Yeah.
Okay, so we have a 1.5 consequential, and then a half inconsequential.
What do you mean? No, well, Chewie.
I mean, a quarter.
I was going to say we deemed Chewie consequential.
Yeah, Chewie was consequential.
I took that L.
So that's 1 and so that would be a quarter. Yeah, so we're a quarter inconsequential.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Oh yes. Let's do the Sean Connery one soon. She wants Sean Connery. We should do that and him as 007.
That'd be funny. That'd be funny.
Which 007 was?
I can't. I just
want
to let you know. I can't take the heel on all of these. I can't take the heat for all of them.
Oh no, I'll take some on some of them.
All right, we'll see.
But
so who's more consequential than the other? Look, so if we're deeming, it is actually a tough conversation, because
in the overall story arc of Star Wars and the overall story arc of Indiana Jones is in the title. Indiana Jones is the main character. There are no other main characters except for like secondary characters. And they're small roles. So essentially, Indiana Jones is more consequential than than
Jose says Chewie is more important.
I would like to say that as much as I love Chewie, I would like to say that, but I can't agree with that one. And only because yes, Chewie was very consequential in Star Wars, the overall arc. Indiana Jones is the main character.
But you see, that's what I'm saying, and that's what I've been saying this entire time. Was look,
wow, everybomes going to Chewbacca.
I gave this one to Chewie.
I'll concede. I mean, I'm playing devil's advocate.
Look what I'm saying. Yeah, no, but you see, that's what I was saying. That's kind of what I was saying the entire time. It's not that I hate Chewie. It's just that when you're looking at the grand scheme of things, when you're looking at the big picture of Star Wars, is Chewie more important to Star Wars than Indiana Jones is to Indiana Jones? I don't think so, because like we were saying, without Indiana Jones, you don't have Indiana.
Well, you don't
Jones.
have a movie.
You don't have.
Not called Indiana Jones.
You don't have Indiana Jones, like you just said before, Jose. It's where is it? Where is it? It's hold on. It's the movie should have been called Melting Man in the Last Festival. So without Indiana Jones, that's the name of the movie. So I don't know. What are you saying Chewie for?
We should have named this episode Melting Man in the Last Festival.
That's what we should.
That's a great one.
That is a great title.
Let's remake the movie and we'll do it.
Yeah,
we'll do
exactly.
It like that.
So
it'll be 3 minutes, but we're gonna make the movie.
I would have to agree that Indiana Jones has to be more consequential than Chewie. He says, without Star Wars, you don't have Indiana Jones, kid. Yeah, I understand that, but that's not the conversation.
That's true, but that's not the conversation.
That's not the conversation. It's because
what
are you talking about? Because even like if you took Chewbacca out of Star Wars is still the movie. Like it's still a movie. You don't lose an insane amount of the movie.
Yeah.
You really don't. I'm sorry. Like taking. I love Chewbacca. He's a great character. Brim's about to go hug his Chewie doll right now. He looks like.
He told you to go F yourself.
He looks like if you crossbred Bear in the Big Blue House with a Wookiee.
Yeah.
That's what that looks like. You have that abomination.
The Build-A-Bear Wookiee.
The Build-A-Bear Wookiee. Yeah. No. So see, like,
that's Chewie.
If you took Chewie out,
but he has a Build-A-Bear. That's all I gotta say.
That's totally fair.
That's what I'm saying.
Indiana Jones would look like a weird Build-A-Bear.
And I will put you to bed. It's okay, Chewie. Don't listen to the bad man. Don't listen to the very bad man.
What does he say? Chewbacca was used for heavily for marketing and promotion. Would Star Wars have been as successful?
Agreed.
Without Chewie and his insane screaming on the screen and selling toys, you don't get Melting Man.
I'm with you. You know what? I'm changing it. Chewie all the way. Chewie.
Did Indiana Jones get a whole Christmas?
Concede, baby.
Did Indiana Jones get a whole Christmas special?
No, don't go there. Don't bring it up. Okay, I'm gonna have to put him down for this one. No, don't go there. Don't ever go there again. Let's leave that as never happened. You know, no.
Look, without Chewbacca, you still have Han Solo, you still have Luke Skywalker, you still have Princess Leia, you still got Darth Vader, you still got Palpatine, you still got C-3PO and R2-D2. All you don't got is a giant furry person who yells incoherently. That's all you don't got.
Who sells everything and saves everyone's ass.
I mean, Darth Vader sold a bunch of merch.
So what are we doing? I know. I have my Darth Vader right there.
I'm going to say that Chewie is not as consequential as Indiana Jones.
I don't know, man. Everybody else is saying Chewie.
So do we go with a fan vote?
We're going to have to go with a fan vote.
Do we go with a fan vote?
You want to disappoint them? They're not coming back next week.
No, we got to go with a fan. All right, fine. We'll go with a fan vote. All right, so because of the fans greatly outnumbered mine and or Brim's takes.
I was with you on that.
That's what I'm saying. We will deem, that means we're deeming Chewie consequential. Indy gets the inconsequential.
And this is why we need you guys to tune in.
Exactly.
Every week.
And this is pretty amazing.
That's why it's important.
This is pretty amazing because a supporting character is more consequential than somebody who has their name in the title of the movie.
I know.
Like, Chewbacca is, again, we listed the characters before. Chewie was 5th on the characters you listed.
Yeah.
Indiana Jones is the name of the movie.
But because he is the most lovable character. Yeah. Indiana Jones is great. I love all the movies. I don't care what anybody says. I still love him.
Kingdom of the Crystal Skull sucked.
But it doesn't matter.
Bad. B-A-D, bad.
I was still happy with anything Harrison Ford as Indy. You know what I mean? I thought it was a great character. And then I mean we could always argue, the Indiana Jones had the whole thing at Disney for the longest time, the show, you know what I mean? It was Disney, right? Or Universal.
Yeah, it's still there.
It's still there, okay.
Still there.
But they also have Star Wars. Who's walking around? When you go to the Star Wars, when we were in Star Wars theme park, who was walking around?
It was
Chewie.
It was Chewie.
Chewie. Wasn't even Darth Vader. Wasn't Darth Vader.
I just want to let you know, Jose, we get into heated arguments all the time, but I love you, dude. You're absolutely amazing. I will not say I'm sorry.
Hey, we're a fickle group. Brim won it with the Build-A-Bear Chewbacca. Thank you. What do you call it?
I'll take L's every once in a while. That's totally fine.
But it was a good fight.
It was a good fight. Look, like I said, we gotta do more of these because a lot of our characters have been fringe characters at best. Wait, what? Who just said that?
What?
Eric Stewart. Crystal Skull was still good. It's classic Pulp Fiction. Get the hell out of here. Out of here. No, stay here. Don't go anywhere. Stay here. Watch forever. Listen forever. Don't go anywhere. It's not the same thing as Pulp Fiction.
Get the next one.
Can we do a collection to pay the intern for him to hit Tom over the head with one of those awards behind him?
You're getting hate today, Greer.
Hate. Bring it on. I feed off it. I feast off
but
it.
Jose's great.
Jose, look, all beefs aside and arguments aside, you're absolutely amazing. Everybody in here is absolutely amazing. Thank you so much.
This was the best one yet. Now it's time for shots of Jaeger.
Yeah, to say the least.
Yeah. Tom and I are going to New Hampshire this summer. I will happily drive the hour or 2 hours to deal with you.
I would absolutely love it. Jose, you're the absolute man. I just want to say, but because we're coming close to the end of the show, everybody that's been in here, thank you so much because you make the show so much more fun when you guys are in here. Lisa, we love you too. Please do us a favor. Share everywhere. Share the streams. If you're on Facebook, share it on Facebook. Like it on Facebook. If you're on YouTube, like it, share it on YouTube. If you're watching the show on the rerun, on the replay on YouTube, please leave comments. We'll read the comments on the previous episode. All the interaction helps more people see the show, more people get involved in the show, and it's just been we're 11 episodes in, I think.
Well, it says we're 13. It's
13.
Right on the screen.
It is 13. Episode 13. What am I doing? I'm so frazzled right now. We're 13 episodes in, and it's been a lot of fun, and I can't wait to do more at this point.
Yeah, Eric says true Pulp Fiction magazines, which is what Indiana Jones was based on.
Oh, okay. I thought you were saying Pulp Fiction. I was going to say, dude, Pulp Fiction is an all-time classic, and Crystal Skull can't even lace its boots.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, listen, guys. Again, thank you so much for tuning in. I know it's a weekday. I know it's in the middle of the day, but we appreciate you hanging with us here on Truly Inconsequential. Again, as Mr. Greer always says,
rate, review, subscribe, and follow.
Absolutely. Make sure you follow us on all social media and keep 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time open so you can be involved and get your friends. Tell your friends. Have everybody join us and let's argue. Let's debate. Let's just have a grand old time on, pop culture's behalf. Fair enough? Have a good one, guys.
Later, everybody.
We'll see you on Thursday for the Grindhouse Radio.